ゆっくりしていってね。今回は、前回お伝えしていた通り、カズロフ暗殺、元井誘拐になります。発電所に乗り込んで死んだ後に知ったんだけど、カズロフのミッションは分岐が4箇所あって、スナイパーで撃つのは分岐1つしかまたいでないっていうことが分かったので、誘拐して、尋問までしようと思います。というわけでレッツゴー。
Koslov, the most hated man in the zone. He's ruthless, but hardly a mastermind. Despite his civilized appearance, he may just be a mad dog, unleashed by the NAR. Still, you could probably learn a lot from him. He could be your ticket into the power plant.
さっきのセリフも前にやった時と少し変わってるんだな。最初の目的地は前回のあの場所と何も変わらないので、会話の後は目的地までカットします。今回はあそこにスナイパーはいないらしい。
Bad news, Igor.
What's going on?
Kozlov is about to leave the NAR encampment. Very convenient timing, isn't it?
Convenient indeed. So, change of plans?
Go to Hotel Policia, top floor. You'll have a great vantage point from up there. It will allow you to pinpoint Kozlov.
Sounds good.
Excellent. We should pursue this plan. This will bring us closer to defeating the Rat King.
You're one psycho geezer, Terracan. But I like you because you love to stir shit up. Working with you is a real pleasure.
You may be far from divine enlightenment, Sashka.
何回意気投
But
合
your
してる。
heart is in the right place.
あ、それからタラカンにスキルを教えてもらいました。スキャンした時に敵の位置がわかるようになるのと、スキャンの回復速度が大幅に上がるっていうやつです。この二つ。前の赤いのが敵です。以前殺して私がバレたやつですね。これがかなり便利。助かる。これのおかげでバレなかったので、目的地までカット。ここに置いてあるのが、スナイパーから双眼鏡に変わってました。待って、天気のせいで何も見えない。
Good. Luck favors bold mouses like yourself.
I see him. General Kozlov in the flesh.
よくこれで見えるな。
Now listen closely, Mousy. His living quarters are in the building on your right, top floor. The time for action is now. Gather your courage and go, Mousy.
What about a little help? Perhaps some kind of diversion?
Yes. Luring the other predators away is always a good idea. Use the generator to power up the Ferris wheel. Its lights will attract them like moths.
Like moths? That might work for a minute or two, but it won't last.
Do you have a better idea?
I might. Shut down the generator instead, and they'll be blind. Then you'll have no problem sneaking past the guards and getting to your target.
この選択肢も私は両方見てるんですが、面白いのはタラカンのやつなので、そっちにします。これが二つ目の分岐。最初のが、暗殺するか、誘拐するか。で二つ目が、電気を通すか、電気を落とすか。残りはカズロフの会話での分岐になります。カズロフのところまで移動するんですが、敵兵士を殺したら、こうなりました。そうはならんやろ。なんで頭だけ地面にめり込んじゃったんだよ。という感じで敵がバグったり。また別の敵を殺すと。今度は私が地面に埋まって動けなくなったりして、色々大変でした。要人を誘拐するのがこんなに難しいことだとは、思わなかった。ちなみにこの状態だと私は地面と同化してる判定なのか、助けを呼ぶために敵兵士を撃っても、敵は撃ち返してくれなくて、蘇生での脱出という方法も絶たれてました。どうしてこうなった？ そのシーンがこちら。私のエイムもひどいけど、助けてくれない敵兵もひどくない？助けてくれ。いや、いっそ殺してくれ。というわけで、ロードし直したので、次の目的地に移動。途中ケツから血を出して死んでる兵士がいたので、最後の姿を収めておきました。多分、字だったんだろうな。かわいそうに。私の弾丸がお尻に命中して、そのまま字が爆発したのかもしれない。悪いことをした。
Okay, I'm at the generator.
はい、ここが選択肢です。イゴールも、漁師とか言ってテンション上がってるので、観覧車を回していきます。これ観覧車がぶっ壊れるっていう面白いシーンだったんだけど、天気のせいで何も見えない。
Fucking hell, you seen this? The Ferris wheel. How the hell is it working? Look out! What the hell was that? Contact the camp, do it now! They must have noticed, right? Better make sure. Just follow the damn protocol. CO, this is Team Beta. CO, the Ferris wheel just came alive, and then... We can see it, Team Beta. Sending reinforcements. Secure the area. CO out.
That was quite a sight, Mousy.
It was kind of spectacular, I'll give you that. But cutting the power would have been more effective.
なんで今日に限ってこんな天気悪いんだよ。かといって明るい日が出るまでロードを繰り返すのもちょっとなーってなって、やり直しませんでした。どの道すぐに雷が鳴るようなものだしね。お前らは早く造園に行け。何観覧車眺めてるんだ。遊園地に連れてってもらえない子供か。それとも、遊園地が家の近くにあって、そこで観覧車が爆発したからって窓から覗いてる、みたいなイメージなんだろうか。花火が家の近くであったりする家の家族は多分あんな感じ。花火のドーンって音に気づいて、みんなで暗い部屋の中から窓を覗いて、花火を見るんだ。ちなみに私は昔花火が上がる場所の近くにいたことがあったんですが、夏休み中毎日花火が上がってて、割と色々辛かった。夕ご飯時になると、毎回外で戦争が起きたみたいな音がするんだ。怖かった。ちなみに警戒してますが、こいつがカズロフです。記憶改変中はマップ探索してないので気づきませんでした。カズロフ、お前の嫌いな狂った人間がここまで来たぞ。
What's all the commotion?
Don't even think about reaching for that sidearm, General Kozlov.
このレベルの人間には脅しは効かないだろ。率直に行こう。私の欲しい情報をすべて教えろ。
I'm not interested in talking to you, but I need to find Tatiana, and you're in my way.
Is that so? Those few words you just said tell me you have no idea what's going on here.
Come on, he's just trying to weasel his way out of it. Kill him now. Don't let him get in your head.
I'm sorry, General. I'm not that kind of person. But you leave me no choice.
Wait. You're making a huge mistake. I can tell you a great many things. Useful information.
He's full of shit. Just pop him and blow.
You want to know about Tatiana, right? Then you found the right man. Let's talk.
偉そうなこと言ってるけど、さらったのもお前らだからな。お前らが先に余計なことしなければ、こんな風に不幸になる人間も出なかったんだぞ。
I'll bite. But you better have answers.
Did you think I would be impressed? I've seen these things before.
Don't make your situation any worse than it already is. Move.
すごいな、一番堂々と入っていった。うわなんだあれ。いじめの現場みたいになってる。こらこら、カズロフ君をいじめるんじゃありません。
So, this is what it looks like from the inside.
Surprised? I guess you're not all-knowing after all.
Let's say terrorist hideouts are not my department. But I know everything I need to know. Is this a family meeting? What a pity. I thought we were going to talk man to man, Professor
私もこの状況は予想外だよ。
Why did you bring this asshole here? You were supposed to punish him for what he did, and then leave his corpse as an example.
My poor fellow. I suppose you expect me to acknowledge you and apologize for something I've done. Sadly, I am forced to disappoint you. I have no idea who you are, nor do I care.
I don't like this one bit. Let's put an end to this, and fast.
You should be careful with that one, Kaminyuk. Women are often far more cruel than men. I've seen her kind in... well, it hardly matters. What about you, old man? Still chasing ghosts? Did you ever find your mysterious rat king? Perhaps you should have stayed in the institution. At least they kept you properly fed.
よく見るとタラカンでかいな。
I admire your craft, but there's nothing I can do for you. Or your brother.
We'll see about that. Are we done with introductions? Let's get to it then.
You seem to be the most reasonable of this gang of colorful misfits. I was hoping you and I could have a civilized conversation.
I know exactly what you're doing. It isn't particularly clever or original, and it's not going to work.
What am I doing? I am a professional who happens to be on the other side of the fence. Just a man trying to do his job. I have a nephew that I very much want to see. So, go ahead and ask your questions. When you're satisfied, I'm sure we can come to some kind of arrangement.
Your nephew?
そうだ、その一手の私は知ってる。
He's 10 years old. He's from Magnitogorsk like his father and me, and is the smartest kid I know. I don't believe for one moment that you could harm him.
牢屋に放置はしてきたけどな。
Professor. Besides, you don't even know where he is.
Do not assume to know me, Koslov. That would be a mistake.
さあ、NAR の企みってやつを全部聞かせてもらおうか。
Tell me about the experiments. What is Semenov doing in the lab?
I wish I could tell you. But as with tracking down trespassers, that is not my department. My task was to ensure Semenov could work undisturbed.
You lie. I've seen everything. I've even studied Chernobylite myself. How can you claim to know nothing about it?
I know about its applications, yes. I know that it can act as an unlimited energy source, that it can be used in transportation, medicine, and can even be weaponized. But I don't know any details about its implementation. I'm not a scientist, just an old soldier.
Yes, I suppose that's true.
Look, I'm not a personal friend of Semenov. His findings may be profound, but at what cost? Remember, it was Semenov who botched the experiment that released the shadows into this world.
そんな気はしてた
Can you
よ。
guess how many people I've lost fighting those things? Don't ask me where these creatures came from, because I have no idea. From a nightmare, perhaps. Semenov has a god complex. He believes he can advance the human race, a bold claim, especially in this part of the world, no? We lived in the shadow of people who wanted to turn us simple bread-eaters into angels for almost the entire century. But I've been around. I've seen things. So you can understand why I'm skeptical when I hear such claims.
どちらにしても、ろくでもないってことじゃないか。
Semenov may be the brain, but he isn't responsible for the atrocities in the zone. That's your doing.
You seem like a smart fellow, Kaminyuk. Why would you buy into this nonsense?
What do you mean?
Whatever Semenov told you, he is the real puppet master. He has great influence over the board.
The board?
The big money people in the tailored Italian suits. The people who make money by making money. Semenov convinced the board he's going to transform NAR into a $1 trillion business. To them, he's like an investment banker messiah.
Semenov isn't rounding people up and torturing them, filling mass graves with civilian corpses. That's you.
Well, naturally, you'll get a distorted view of what's going on when you only hear one side of the story.
Uh-huh. What's your side of the story, then?
This is a war zone. I am responsible for keeping my men safe and doing my job. Some collateral damage is unavoidable in any conflict. But trust me when I say I've already had a bellyful of civilian misery. I do my absolute best to keep their suffering to a minimum.
嘘つけよお前。なら兵士の行動を見直すんだな。
I'm only really interested in one thing. Where is Tatiana?
That ghost you're chasing. That pretty dream. I don't know what to tell you.
You're the head of security. Am I to believe you're not privy to everything that goes on at the power plant?
Professor Kameniuk, listen. I am here to earn a little extra money so I can retire someplace nice and send my nephew to an Ivy League university. I have zero interest in anything that doesn't directly concern my men and my job.
You don't tell me. I swear.
I cannot tell you what I do not know, Professor. Semenov is the authority in this area. Talk to him if you want to know more about the experiments or this Tatiana girl.
もう話したんだけどな。じゃあ最後だ。こいつを教えろ。
How do I enter the power plant?
You're placing me in a very awkward position. You want me to divulge information that may lead to casualties among my men and
バ
the
カ野
civilian
郎、
staff.
逆だよ。最低限のやつだけを殺すために教えろって言ってるんだ。
I can't believe you would try that. Again. What is the password and response for accessing the power plant?
Don't be stupid. You and your merry band of tramps will never make it out of the power plant alive.
もう一
I
回死
don't
んでる。
care. Do you know where we are right now?
No, I don't understand it, this place. But let's skip the guessing game and you just tell me.
We are currently in the tunnel between two singularities. It's like a black hole, only smaller. This tunnel is a shortcut through time and space. Marvelous, isn't it? But to use it, you need to know how to enter and how to leave.
Ah, I see where this is going.
Do you? I don't have to kill you. I can simply leave you here. But don't count on dying anytime soon. Time dilation will ensure that you don't. You will never see your nephew again. But perhaps I will release you to attend his funeral when he's died of old age.
I can see that your companion's cruel nature is beginning to rub off on you. Very well.
Are you ready to cooperate now? If you lie to me, I will return and it won't go well for you.
The call is, we quell the storm. The response, and ride the thunder.
Thank you. I'm glad we had this chance to talk. What to do with you now, eh?
It's too dangerous to let him live. I believe we already agreed on that.
I want to ask him about Rusklin fast.
He's mine. I want him to experience a slow descent into hell. Fucker! He's just a tool of the Rat King. He told you everything of value already. Do not let this rodent roam free. He can still do great damage to our cause, more even than before.
そうか、もう面倒だから。私は生かすっていう選択をする。その後の対応に関してはお前らで勝手に決めてくれ。何かあった時のために、老いを人質に取れるし、生かしてた方が便利だとは思うけどな。
You can go.
Thank you. I knew you were a reasonable man. An honorable man. What now?
You have to leave NAR. Disappear. And never return. Otherwise, you and I will have another conversation. And it won't be a light-hearted chat next time.
All I care about is my nephew. I swear that you will never see me again.
じゃあ、返すとは言ったけど、この状況のままにしておくから、あとはご自由に。うわ、めっちゃこっち見てくる。私に判断を委ねるな、好きにしてくれ。これで、カズロフの下りはおしまいなんですが、記憶を遡るやつを続けてやります。今回やるのは国威のストーカーの記憶。これをやってから、次の地理のミッションに行くことで、多分国威のストーカーの正体を暴露する、みたいなことができると思う。正直、顔はもう割れてるんだけどな。この辺の書類は、動画内で拾ったものなので、適当に飛ばしていきます。 そんなに重要じゃない。これもセミョーノフ博士のところで見たやつだしな。というわけで、記憶を覗いていきましょう。これは、発電所か？私が発電所で、手の込んだ自殺をしたところと雰囲気が似てる。
I know, my dear friend. It's just that we lost such a brilliant mind that terrible night. I'm afraid of losing you, too, all over some romantic squabbles.
ボリスか。あいつが関わってるってことだな。というかこれはいつの話なんだ。
And this misunderstanding also cost you your good looks.
I don't want to listen to this anymore. No more distractions, you hear me?
Oh yes, of course. I'm very happy to hear that it's all in the past now.
地上のもつれとか言ってるし、多分タチアナ誘拐の後だと思うんだけど。
Good. So let's get to it. I would like to see some results as soon as possible. We both know that she's the key. We've wasted enough time already.
All right. Just don't do anything rash, please. We need to follow the proper protocols.
So my dear friend Boris worked with Semenov even after the Chernobyl disaster. I wonder what happened to his face. And Tanya is the key. The key to what? Gah, more secrets. I've got to keep digging.
嫌な予感がしてきた。国威のストーカーってもしや。いやでも、喋り方とか全然違うんだよな。ボリスの研究の結果生まれたモンスターとかなのか？それだと私のことを知ってる理由にならないか。となるとやっぱり、ボリスが国威のストーカー説が出てくるな。タチアナ誘拐から9年後だったかな？
I told you that you were using too much, didn't I? I told you. You're lucky you didn't end up brain dead like the others. But here we are. Boris is dead. Truly dead this time.
ボリス死んだの？じゃあ私がさっき言った発言は完全に大外れじゃないか。じゃあボリスの記憶を移植された、小太りのおっさんとかなのかな。そんな気もしてきた。
To be honest, I just thought that your hallucinations meant you were losing your mind. Prolonged exposure to Chernobylite often causes psychosis and hysteria after all. Why, I've seen the test subjects babbling about
あれ、後半聞き覚えがあるんだけど。そいつの名前タラカンとかじゃない？
You really did it, my friend. You crossed the Rubicon. You achieved something that no one has ever achieved before. Well, except her. But she has a different purpose. You will be the first of your kind. You will help me bring about a new era of human evolution. You will help me reach the stars.
いまいちつかめないけど、セミョーノフが悪いってことだけは分かった。
Forget your past. Forget your pathetic personal involvements. Distractions. Foolish distractions for the weak. Wasting your time seeking validation from others, but not anymore. You don't need any of that going forward. You're to be my right hand in the days to come.
誰に言ってるんだよ。死んだ、死んだとは言ってない。みたいな感じか？
It's time to drop your old mask and don a new one. Time to become what you were always meant to be. The Black Stalker. Wake up soon. We've got plenty to do, you and I.
So it was Boris all along. He started the Chernobylite trials on himself and became the Black Stalker. Dear God.
結局あいつなのかよ。ダークサイドの人間二人ってことだったのか。それで、私にイラついたボリスがタチアナを誘拐したと。あいつやっぱやばいやつだって。
I've told you everything you need to know, General. What seems to be the problem?
The problem? That's what you're calling it. Look, I won't even pretend to understand what you and your lab monkeys are doing down there. And I wouldn't care if I did. What I do care about is this facility and the safety of my men.
どっちもどっちだよ。自分の思想だけが強すぎる。
So the next time you decide to rush an experiment that can potentially release a bunch of fucking monsters into the world, please tell me beforehand so I have time to devise a strategy.
First off, the shadows are key to our research. They are hybrids that... You know what? I won't bother you with details that you won't be able to understand anyways.
もう解き放つ寸前じゃないか。これはカズロフも切れるわ。
Not to you, Kozlov. Your job is to safeguard this operation, not lecture me on things you will never come close to understanding. In fact, the board wants you to cooperate closely, very closely, with my right-hand man. I would like you to familiarize him with all of our security protocols.
これでセキュリティ部門の人間が、国威のストーカーになったわけか。
Freak in the black mask. You want to tell me who the hell he is? I'd like to know who I'm working with.
If you need a name, call him what the rest of your men call him, the Black Stalker. One last thing, I know you don't share my views on the future prospects of this organization. But don't even think about throwing in the towel. If we fail, there will be hell to pay for both of us. There is no walking away now.
So the NAR is somehow responsible for creating shadows. Or at least releasing them into the world. And Boris, the Black Stalker is also involved in NAR security.
じゃあ次あいつに会ったら、お前の名前はボリスだ。って突きつけてやろう。今回はここまで。また次回。